Adam Schiff's worst nightmare just happened. What is it? Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Dr. Ken Henry, and this is Conservative Commentary, where we spread the MAGA message. Before we dive in, I'd like to ask you for a favor. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This really helps us out. And go to the address in the bottom right corner, which is youtube.com/@themagamessage, and check out our other videos. Pam Bondi just swore in Kash Patel as director of the FBI. And Adam Schiff is going crazy, which, by the way, is a very short trip. Schiff and a group of senators gathered outside the FBI headquarters to protest Patel's appointment and to, quote, warn the country about the danger his appointment represents.
This is someone we cannot trust. This is someone who lacks the character to do this job, someone who lacks the integrity to do this job. We know that. Our Republican colleagues know that. The only qualification Kash Patel has to be FBI director is that when everyone else in the first Trump administration said, no, I won't do that, that crosses moral, ethical, and legal lines, Kash Patel said, sign me up. In the first Trump administration, as we are seeing in the second, you rise to the level of your sycophancy, and no one is a bigger or more dangerous sycophant than Kash Patel. This political hack does not deserve to be in this building. He can't do the job. He won't protect the public. He will misuse the resources of the Bureau. He will weaponize it against the president's political opponents rather than protecting the safety, the public safety of the American people.
Then later, after a Senate session, Schiff went on CNN where he shouted to the heavens that Patel was such a danger. Of course, all three viewers changed the channel when he came on. Now remember, this is the lying sack who drummed up the Russian collusion hoax and claimed that he had smoking gun proof, but that proof never materialized. Then he led one of the impeachment proceedings against President Trump, unsuccessfully, that is. Then he participated in the kangaroo January 6 committee hearings. Now he's in panic mode because he knows that his day is coming, and it can't get here soon enough. You know, I just have a suspicion that the missing evidence that was destroyed by the committee may just lead back to Shifty Schiff. What do you think? Hey, take a look at the following clip and please share your thoughts in the comments.
The Republicans are willing to stand up to Trump on even something as basic as that.
And Senator, with all this going on the Senate floor, you did something that senators have never done before, to actually go out to the street, in this case, outside the FBI headquarters today, to protest the confirmation by the Republican senators of an FBI director who was absolutely unimaginable as being qualified for any form of federal service prior to Donald Trump winning the presidency.
Yes, we stood outside the FBI headquarters to make a last plea against this terrible choice to be FBI Director Kash Patel. Kash Patel is the guy you go to when everybody else says, no, I won't do it. It's too immoral. It's too unethical. It's too unlawful. He's the guy. That's why he was chosen. You rise to the level of your utter sycophancy in the Trump administration. But here's the thing. I've worked with the FBI for decades, ever since I was a federal prosecutor. They're the premier law enforcement agency. Only in Trump world, a world in which you pardon hundreds of people for beating police officers, and then you purge the FBI agents that pursued them, only in that kind of world does a Kash Patel become FBI director. But that's the upside-down, terrible world we're living in at this moment. And Kash Patel has now been given a 10-year term as FBI director. I cannot imagine the damage that he can do if he's given a decade to do it. And so we find ourselves in really uncharted waters. I think you'd have to go back to Herbert Hoover to find another FBI director so intent on using the powers of that position to go after a president's enemies.
Yeah, and what we've also seen here, obviously, is now the politicization of that position, because it is inconceivable if there's a Democratic president sworn in 4 years from now that that president wouldn't immediately fire this FBI director.
Well, and I meant J. Edgar Hoover here. Yes, we'll see whether this 10-year term, which was meant to insulate the office and allow an FBI director to go from one administration, continue serving into the next, a norm and more than a norm of practice that was changed when essentially Chris Wray decided he needed to resign because it meant ultimate conflict with Donald Trump, and he felt that it was in the best service of the FBI not to continue as director. Look, when Donald Trump is gone, there's a Democratic president. I can't imagine they're going to want to keep on someone as destructive as Kash Patel. But I could imagine, frankly, that we would be in this place to begin with. So we're in uncharted waters. We've had a debate about what level of constitutional crisis we're in.